A certain girl of that school she was called Dolly Natalia. She came to me that, how are you, my friend? She called my name. First, imagine, my first time, she called my name, how I was like, I'm fine. Then she said, you're not going to the dormitory, you're going to arise and shine. I told her that her teacher told me that I should go to that dormitory. She said no. And you know, some senior ones, you're here, you forgive me. If you see someone, you have that, like, I don't know, but that character from primary, we used to call it, you just go. So, when we entered the room, I started organizing my things. The girl said, you're not going to use your bed sheet. I will give you my bed sheet. And those bed sheets were red in color. I laid my bed. After she asked me that, do you have juice? I told her that, yeah, I have mango flavored juice. She told me that, for your own info, you're not going to use that juice. I'm going to give you a new type of juice, this strawberry juice. After when we were going for a break, there's a certain girl who said, she told me that that girl you are staying with is not a good girl. But since I was from primary, the girl had many things. I remember me with my twins, that is only, but the girl had everything. And indeed I was like, this is my best friend, I will be with her because of things, grabbed. They told me, I refused. I was like, yeah, I refused. I was like, this, I will not, I have to stay with Dolly. After 3 weeks, Dolly told me, today we are going somewhere. I was like, yes, I'm going, because if I refuse, she will not give me anything to eat after prayer. And you know, if you're in KU, you have to do everything. So I was like, yes, you're going. After we entered the room, she's like, climb your bed. I asked her that, you told me that we are going somewhere, and now you are telling me to climb what? My bed. She was like, climb the bed. With my red bed sheets, I climbed my bed, I covered myself. After, I found myself somewhere, there were 9 people, 3 this side and 3 this side. We were in the middle. They welcomed me. There's a lady who welcomed me, and she said, you're here in the right kingdom. This is what Marine Kingdom. They told me, if you want to be rich, you have to stay with us. They gave me a glass. In that glass, I don't know if it was juice or blood, but the things were liquid. It was red in color. They told me, drink that thing, and after, we will tell you what next. After that process, the lady introduced herself that I'm Queen Bella, and you have to work with us under Marine Kingdom. They asked me, have you accepted that you are going to work with us? But me, because I was seeing Dolly as my friend, I accepted. They told me, now we are going to give you a stage name, from Sylvia to Trust. After there, when I come to realize I was on my bed, but I was not happy with what Dolly had done to me. I asked Dolly, what have you done? Then Dolly told me, keep quiet, just keep quiet. We will know what we will do. After, she negotiated me using biscuits and that juice, strawberry. I drank that juice and I ate those biscuits. After, we went back that side to the Marine Kingdom. They gave me assignment. One is that I should cause accident, I should kill people, I should cause chaos in schools. My dear friends, I remember my first assignment, I did it. I caused accident because our school was near from Gulu Highway to that Gulu Highway going to Sudan. There's a bus, baby coach. It was from Kampala going direct to Ulego. It was around 1. We were in for our lunch. I caused accident and 14 people died. They celebrated me and they said if I keep on killing people, I'm going to become the queen in school. And I would like to advise teachers, if you see some students behaving in different ways, you better pray for that student. I remember one day we were doing prayer. We were there on our bed, me and Tony, but our class teacher entered the door. Even she was looking around. We were there sitting on the bed, but the teacher could not recognize that we are there. After a friend of mine came and told me, let's go for prayer. I was like, I'm not going for prayer. But when that girl entered the class, she found me there. The girl was like, then, because I realized that the girl might report me, I went direct to that girl and was like, keep quiet. If not, you will see me. So it was also a Saturday, because our gate man was too rude. He cannot allow you to go somewhere without a gate pass. But that day, we gave that gate man our strawberry juice. The man was, because before we used to call him a funny because he was too tough. But the man, after taking our juice, the man started laughing around, jumping. Even from that gate, he ran away and he went to a certain swamp. He told us, you can go. We went for a seminar. From that side, because accident, it was pastor and his wife plus 2 children. They died of road accident when they were on their way coming to a seminar. Then after killing those people, I was celebrated in Marine Kingdom. They gave me a second ring. They gave me that ring that if I found some people praying, I should go and touch their head. I should make sure when I'm touching their head, my ring should be the first reach on their head. And then they gave me juice and strawberries. Please, my dear boarding students, stop. If you know that you like begging, stop begging. Because you never know someone's background. Yes, she may be your best friend, but you don't know what her background. We used to give out our things. Even if you don't want or you want, we just force you take her. I think we have to make sure that you eat our things. And if you drink our drink or you eat our biscuit, your name and your soul will go direct to Marine Kingdom. If they found that your blood, like if they found your soul, you are prayerful, they will just say this girl or this boy, you are not taking her or him because her blood is bitter. If you're prayerful, your blood is bitter. And if you're not prayerful, and that's why I'm advising you, my brothers and sisters, even if you don't know how to pray, just say the word amen. It's strong. Because one day your blood will be sweet and then they will take you. And then we killed our head teacher. Yes. But because we entered our class there, that teacher trained us. After, me and Don were like, what should we do? Me and Don said, let us make sure that they change that head teacher from this school to another school. Then me, because I was still new, I was like, no, let us kill head teacher, and then they make us become a queen. Then they was like, no, for you still new by the way you're behaving as if you are the first person to want to join Marine Kingdom. So they changed that head teacher from Ukoma SS to Busia. But it was Sacred Heart Group, but that teacher stayed there for 3 months. I was like, I have to give this head teacher so that I become a queen. Yes, we caused me and Joe because the certain disease in head teacher's stomach. They were like, it's cancer. The head teacher died. But when they were telling us from school assembly that our common teacher died, me and Joe were the first people to cry. We were there pretending, saying, oh my God, our head teacher. Because we have to pretend. And for sure, those people from Marine Kingdom, sometimes you will enter the church, you find they will be the one praying, singing, doing everything because they want to finish their mission. Because me myself in school, in a dormitory, I'll be like, you people, let's pray. But if you are praying, because also from that side, from Marine Kingdom, we have Christ, but we don't have Jesus. If we are praying, I will be like Jesus, I will be Christ. But if someone mentions that Jesus Christ, I will make a distance from that person. Because the more that person says Jesus Christ, as if his word is putting fire on me. Then we continued making that chaos in school. Then one day, I was sitting in the class. The friend of mine was going to the toilet. She came and asked a tea from me. I was like, how? I'm not going to the toilet. But when that girl came to the toilet, when you're knocking, I was inside there. The girl knocked, then I came outside. The girl was like, you sleep, I left you in class. But I was like, keep quiet. For if not, I'll do something bad to you. That's how my name started. Everyone was like, this girlfriend, you now see what she's doing. Because I was, even if when she said teaching, I'll keep in my own thing. Because I knew that I have my power. So one day, because on Thursday and Friday, we used to put on our house teachers. But for us, we used to have our written on my name, the other statement they gave me first, and then for those it was written on Natalia, we could put those teachers on during Friday. If any teacher asks us about the teacher, we can abuse that teacher, and they will not even tell us, they will not do anything because we have power. We can just class and do everything, but if we are doing exams, Joe will be the best, I will be the second best. Then our teacher will be like, why don't you be like those two girls? They are performing well, not knowing that we ourselves don't do exams. But during exam period, we better send someone to sit for us exams when we are there outside, finishing our mission. Then in 2020, I got a scholarship of basketball and netball. Was also given a scholarship. Then God said he was not going to that school. I stay here. I was like, yes, I'm not going. I have to stay here. Because if I have money, if my mother sends me from home, I will go and I will rent and I stay here because I have everything. My friend, if you're under bondage, you feel like you're told. So, my parents forced me, what also, my first time, but when I was son, he told me, go and do what you are doing, go and complete the mission. But I tried. One day I tried to expose myself to the thing. I don't know why. It was during bonfire. Then it was also, people were putting out testimonies. And then I was was sitting behind. I wanted our pastor to faint, but you know God's power. There's a certain girl who fainted, that girl that me. I was like, okay, you're still joking. I have to do it one by one. Then, this transformed. I used to take this I used to take a transform class. Was like, you people transform yourself. I have to take all of you. So, one day, I used to hate our teacher. Forgive me. One day, so one day we were doing the English paper. After me finishing my paper, but me, my mother knew that she's going to fail without finishing her paper. And Mercy, before finishing her paper, I went back to the dormitory, just waiting, people, just waiting. You know, it was something to happen. I was in the room, but my eyes were outside, waiting for Mercy to fail. And I was very happy when people were carrying Mercy from examination room, taking her to educate that book. Down. Yes, the other day one got really explained, Mercy is going to be our librarian. Next time, but one day they said you want your master. That's one. I was like, my mom, but I just said yes. I will give you my mother, but because they say they want people from class. After those people from class, my mother will be the one who follows them. So one day, we used to be in the same room, me and Rema. So, but in different places. So, one day, because the last was in our room, my mother made. So one day, I shifted from my daycare, and I came to Rema's daycare. I told her I want to leave her. At night, what I did was to wake her, and I moved Rema's area. Plus, after bathing, she would lift her candles down there under the bed. And after bathing, there is some water remaining in the candles. I would go with those water underground. So one day, she was doing it without knowing that she had read her way to taking that underground. So it's a hard of one day when she opened her. The teacher told them to draw us. Yes. So, instead of doing what you have told her, because of what I've done for her, she just went and drew a snake. Our snake in the dormitory. She took it to the teacher. Then the teacher said, the teacher, after giving that snake to teacher, the teacher accepted that snake. And then when one day I must to transform club, they prayed on me. After I got down, I started giving out our secrets all. And then that's how I mentioned that I used to keep a snake near Rema. But Rema, we could work with her without her knowing that she's even serving with us. And that night they burned our snake. I went there, they quarreled on me that why am I telling out our secrets of Marine Kingdom? So after that, they added me another power. That after adding me another power of Marine Kingdom, I came. So my target, they said I should go with 4 girls and one boy. So my target was Mercy, Trinity, Rema, and then of course I was the last to go.
Francis.
And then the boy was Francis, because by then he was
Christian leader.
But the things failed. Then one day I told those that where I'm working, those people are tough. I can't do anything. Mercy used to tell me, let's go to transform. One day we went there, they started praying on me. I told them, then I started confessing everything which we used to do. And then one day we were in the dormitory. When we were in the dormitory, they gave me another spectacle because I had eye problem. They said I should not use specs from those medical doctors. I should use their specs. So one day I was sleeping. Mercy and Rema, they removed my specs when I was sleeping. They hide them. But when I wake up, I was like, Mercy, I want my specs. I know you are the one having my specs. They must give me my specs. I used that specs. So one day, they told me that I should what? I should bundle that transformed flag. I tried. That's how it was even my salvation, because when I was trying to burn that transformed flag, but when I was burning that transformed flag, it was at night. Then at 5, Mass was praying in the common room. I was sleeping that day I was having a brown night dress. But when Mercy and her friend, when they were praying in the common room, I appeared to them putting on a blue night dress. And then they prayed and they chased me. But when Mercy entered our room, she found me when I was there sleeping with my brown night dress. But I appeared to them in the blue night dress. And Mercy brought it to our librarian. They started praying to me. They prayed, and my soul were there in Marine Kingdom in a bottle, a glass pot. I was there, but when they were praying for me, there is a second light came and broke that bottle. I came out. They prayed for me. I confessed everything, but it was not easy. Coming from that bondage of Marine Kingdom, coming to God's kingdom. Because every day when they prayed for me, when I go back, they will quarrel me that your son that you work with us, you have to do so. And if they are praying for me to transform people at the village, you're not going anywhere. You are going to stay with us in God's kingdom. When that side they will be like, you're not going anywhere, you're going to stay with us in Marine Kingdom. That time, I was surprised. I never wanted to go back to Marine Kingdom, but also they were pulling me that I should go back. Same as to transform, also they were pulling me that I should come up. Till last year, when Teacher Ivan prayed for me, and other team from Makerere Deliverance Church, Pastor John, they prayed for me. And also after when they were praying for me, I told them what Don took from me. It was my photo, my night dress, and she gave my new night dress as the birthday gift. They prayed for me, and I was healed. But when I went back for holidays, Dolly said, I'm not coming back to that school, I should change the school. And for sure, I delayed to come back. Those people came back. I changed the school, and then I was studying from St. John and Bob for 3 weeks. But a teacher used to call my sponsors, and then my parents that I should come back. Then I reported them to school this year because they wanted me to go back and serve them. So then after they called me,
that when we were there for holidays, they told me that God is calling me at their place. At first I was scared, but I decided to go. When I was going to their place, I found pastors that were there praying. They told me that when I was being prayed for with transformed members, also God was being prayed for with other pastors from their side. And now God is also saved like me. She's in a certain church there in northern Uganda. She's praying and also she's giving her testimony in every church. Like me today, I'm also saved and I'm giving my testimony every day for 2 days. The one advice I could give you, my brothers and sisters, is these things are common in boarding school. You never know someone's background. It might be your friend, right, but before being her friend or eating her things or what and what, first pray for yourself. Because today, you never know someone's background, by the way. She might be your friend, but when she's also under bondage, which I was in. And another one goes to our teachers. Teachers, if you see someone behaving in any way, like any another way which does not please God, please pray for him or her. She might be not knowing that she's under bondage, because there is 2 things. One, when you know that you're under bondage doing a mission, and then other, you might not know that you're under bondage. They will just use your soul, but you will not know. And then this one, which you know, is common. And here I was in that category that I know what I was doing. I was aware that I was under bondage. But another one, you might be there when your father or your relative one was once there, and they negotiated you there without knowing. My brothers and sisters, the only way to run, the only way is to run to our God. Because with God everything is possible. Yes. And when you are here, you should put your God first. Because you should put our God first. Because with God everything is possible. And knowing God is the beginning of wisdom. You cannot know God. You cannot be there without knowing God and expect something to happen. Or you expect something. Like for example, when you sing your folk, but you don't know God and you're expecting something. You're expecting first grade. Let us put our God first in everything we do. Thank you.
Okay. We thank God for that testimony. She had to summarize it, because if we are to speak everything, we might spend the whole day. So we had to sit down and just speak out a few things in this time that we had that was very little. Just a summary. If we get more time any other day, perhaps she will share everything, the mission she did, the accidents they caused, the people they initiated, how they used to attack churches, how they used to disorganize prayers. Rema there, they are talking about that those days she was prayerful by that time when they did those things on her. She was very prayerful. But then when they did those things on her, she stopped being prayerful. Her character changed, her attitude changed, and we had to take her through deliverance also. Those days, treat herself. Some of them we got them and we took them through deliverance again. Because, as she has told you, when they used to give you their things, the juice, the biscuit, it could come with a spell. So when you eat it, your soul goes straight to being better in the marine kingdom, underwater, and your name, and they also begin to use you. So we have what we call active agents She was an active agent. She knew what she was doing. Even though it was active. But then we have what we call blind agents. They use you when you don't know. So they had put Rehema in the category of blind agents. She didn't know what she was doing, but she would just do things that are in their purpose. And many other people could be there. You get those dreams when you're underwater, you're before people you don't know, and they are giving you work to do. You don't know what they are telling you to do. They are telling you, go and do this. Why are you not doing this? You don't even understand what they are saying. Because somehow, somewhere, one of your friends who is participating in those things initiated you to them, but for you don't know. You find yourself having an urge of masturbating. And the more you masturbate, that is the act where instead of sleeping with someone in a marriage setting, you are doing all the things on yourself as you have understood it. Okay? You are the doctor and the patient at the same time. So, masturbation, somehow that thing comes on you and you begin to do those things. You develop sexual pleasures and then you satisfy them yourself. So, the more you do that, in the other side you are sleeping with a demon, but for you don't know that you're sleeping with an invisible spirit. She has told you they had a snake in their room, but the snake was invisible. But because Rehema was initiated, she was able to draw that snake in her art class. And I remember we collected all those things and we burnt them. Dolly had taken her photo and they had put it in it was a pot, but a glass pot, together with her soul, together with her blood. Because Dolly had also taken her blood, she hasn't told you, she can't really speak everything unless we have more time. They did what we call in Uganda, we call it Okuto Obukago. It is like a blood ritual. You cut yourself and the other person cuts themselves, then you share your blood. So she took her blood. Well, if we get a chance to come back, she will show you there's a big scar down here where they cut each other and they exchanged the blood. So they took her blood into that pot. I remember the night we prayed for her. After she had come out of that glass, we led her to Christ. She became born again. Then we gave her one of our shirts, the white one, to go. She slept with it. Then that very night, her voice came to her and told her, they gave her scripture. Yes, she did share her deliverance experience. That is, it is a long time we might take the Ghana, just talking about her deliverance. Her voice, a man came to her in a voice and told her, Sylvia, you have been working all night, every day. You have not been sleeping, but now that you have a new father and a new master that you're going to serve, from today onwards, you will sleep like a baby. Praise God. And so, she began to sleep like a normal. You know, when you in those things, every night you're working, you can't sleep. You don't sleep. Sleep doesn't come. While that was happening, at around midnight, the other side at home, Dolly came on a boda together because we sent an angel. We said, we may not get out the photo and your blood, but let's send an angel to go and pick your photo from those people. So the other side, Dolly came with a boda man to Sylvia's neighborhood, and she was very mad and quarreling that same night. And she was like, when Sylvia comes back from school, give her her things. She brought all the things she had taken from her, the clothes, the photo, and other things. She brought them with a mindset as if she was mad. She brought them and told the neighbor, when she comes back, give her her things and tell her, from today we are no longer friends. She has broken the covenant we had, even the blood covenant we had. She has broken it. by sleeping in that cloth that they gave her. And so that's how God left Sylvia's life. But we also thank God that later on, Dolly was inspired by Sylvia's story to also one day attend a certain crusade in Gulu, where the pastor who was leading the crusade spotted her and called her out for deliverance. And so her story is also another story. It was not easy. And they asked her the people she had initiated so far into that kingdom. She mentioned Sylvia's name. She had initiated, like, were they 7 people? Sylvia, were they 7? 2 boys and 5 girls. There were 8. Yeah, I think 2 boys and the rest were girls. And then she told them, but where I had put them in the prison, Sylvia is no longer there. They picked her out. And so that's what inspired her. That if Sylvia got out of this, I can also get out of this. So she began to seek the God that delivers. The Jesus that shift has brought to you. The Jesus that all of us have brought to you. The Jesus that delivers the captives and sets them free. The Bible says in Acts chapter 8, Acts chapter 10, verse 38, that when God anointed Jesus Christ of Nazareth, he went around doing good, delivering all those that were oppressed by the devil. If you are here and you are oppressed by the devil, I want to assure you and to give you hope that God can set you free. You might be here and you are bewitched. You don't understand things in class. When you look at that board, it's as if the letters are dancing. You used to perform well, but you're no longer performing well. I want to tell you,
you reign forever, your name is ever great. You are the wisdom before time began. Into the wisdom before time began. You called us into, and you made a plan that will live and move and have all our being in